Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you who are on the call today. I am Frances Maxwell, a gold distributor in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, USA. And I am excited to be on this call. And I'm very excited to see all of the people from all over the world that have taken time out of their Saturday morning schedule to be on this call. I feel you're very special people. But of course, we know we're all special and unique in the eyes of God, as Joe Garcia frequently reminds us that God does not make any junk. He makes quality people. So today we're going to address some of the benefits that we don't often discuss on a regular basis, and we're going to be talking about the International Recognition Program. And we're going to be talking about just the first level, the associate level. You know, we mentioned the recognition program when we do the business overview presentations, but really don't do any depth on it. And on this screen, you see the 9 steps to the program, and with it ending up being the final levels of the Platinum and the Global Ambassador levels. And as you see here on that slide, you're rewarded by being able to spend 5 days and 4 nights in Hawaii. And really, this should be one of all of our goals, and we should focus on this daily. And so here is the associate level with the 2,500 to 5,000 personal group volume. And when you attain that level, you're going to receive a certificate for your achievement, as well as a gorgeous NHT Global signature lapel pin. And you can wear this proudly. And to attain the Global Ambassador level, we have to start at level 1, which is an associate level. And as I mentioned, you know, this is the 2,500 and 5,000 personal group volume, and 2,500 needs to be on one side and 5,000 on the other side. And we have some guidelines to attain this level, and this is the most important level. You know, if you're going to become a global ambassador, you have to start at the associate to attain that level. And here are some qualifications that are listed in this site here, that you need to be a gold distributor and be active and in good standing. In that good standing, we no longer require the monthly auto-ship activity. And as I mentioned, that you have that personal group volume, 2,500 on one side, 5,000 on the other. And, you know, you need to be in good standing, having at least 2 personally enrolled team members, one on the right and one on the left, and then you start adding your other distributors. And you're going to need about 5 gold distributors, 5 on one side and about 10 on the other side, and you'll probably with that then end up with 2 real active distributors on one side and 3 or 4 on the other side. And you're expected to personally enroll 1 gold distributor every quarter or every 3 months, and distributors must meet rank qualifications for at least 2 months of any 3 consecutive months. And each month's production is based on a new increment volume, which can be personal volume or personal group volume. And the new increment volume is calculated starting from the first day of every month after 1 p.m. Central Time. Now, these rewards are not transferable, and there is no cash option or alternative gift. And in lieu of the designated reward associated with the program ranking, personal business volume or personal volume is your personal sales volume and refers to the product orders that are processed through your distributorship and are credited to your distributorship ID number. And personal group business volume or personal group volume consists of your personally sponsored distributors, regardless of their placement in the genealogy tree. And personal group business volume is a combined total of all of the wholesale product orders that are processed through your distributorship of your personal group distributors. And these prizes can be received only once, except in the Royal Summit or the Global Ambassadorship. Now, we're focusing on the last quarter of 2015, and this is a period, the quarter, that you need to really focus on attaining this level and helping your other distributors to attain this level as well. And there are several things that we can do to help to further that, and one of them is to share the products, share the business, build for events, teach others to do the same, and personally keep developing. Never stop growing and never stop learning. And some of the ways that we can use, some of the different things that we can use to help us attain those things is, number 1, is mentorship. And here are some of my thoughts on what a mentor is and how they can help the new distributor. Now, I think mentorship, I looked on the internet and there's many different definitions of mentorship, and I think it depends on what your personal experience has been. So my personal experience is that you develop a relationship with a person. You develop that personal bond with that person so that you're able to communicate and listen to one another, and you're going to be available to them. And you can guide them in learning about their NHT Global website. There's a wealth of information on that site. Teach them about their back office, setting up their retail catalog, and learning about the products. You can guide them in making their prospect list and help them to contact these people, helping them to involve the people into the business, enroll their distributorship. And you encourage them, you praise them, but you also can give them gentle correction. Encourage them to attend all the events. Introduce them to the STEAM team site, especially the first 90-day section. Help them and encourage them to start this training right away and start applying it. And some of the trainings that are available here, this is a phenomenal site, is Network Marketing Competitive Advantage with NHT Global by Andreas. There's a Next Step by Dan Catto. Dan Catto, Building Your Dream. Don't give up on your dreams. Why NHT Global, and Andreas covers lineal income versus residual income. And then there's lots of printed information like recommended reading list, inviting formula, the brief questionnaire or belief questionnaire, and then 5 tips for success by Joe Garcia. So there is just a world of information on this site. So start taking advantage of that, because you're not going to have that with any other company. This is something very special, specifically set aside for you new people who are starting the business. And as a mentor, can also help building websites if they desire one. There's several free sites that I have tried that persons with medium computer experience can set up, because there's lots of videos and support information to help set up these sites. And 2 of them that I have experienced has been Weebly and Wix, W-I-X. And I know there are other free sites out there as well, but these are the 2 that I have worked with. You can help them overcome the dream stealers and the doubt. Now, the doubt that they can do the business, that they can be successful, that they are good enough, that they have time to do the business, that they have made the right decision. Encourage them when one of their family members or close friends are not supportive of them, and start, stealing their dream. Also, discouragement is high on the list of things that will probably affect this person, as it does all of us periodically. So I'd like to share a little information about discouragement. I'm in the process of reading Bob Proctor's book on the ABCs of success. It's a great book for persons who have only a few minutes that they can sit down and read, because they're just short little blurbs or bullet points in the book, and you can read one this morning for 5 minutes, tomorrow, this afternoon, hit it again, this evening, hit it again, and you still have continued doing some of your basic things you need to be doing every day, and that is getting some reading done and industrial-related information. And the one I want to share with you on is discouragement. And I've read this several times because it just really, struck a tip of interest for me in discouragement, because I feel that a lot of people experience this. And this sharing that he did is based on a fable about the devil and his tools. Bob calls discouragement the devil's most prized possession. The story starts with the devil having a sale on his wares. The things he's selling are jealousy, the dagger of fear, and the strangling noose of hatred, each at a high price. And of course, on the purple pedestal is his most prized possession. With it alone, he can stay in business, but it's not for sale. It's the wedge of discouragement. He prizes discouragement because of its enfeebling, demoralizing effect. Hatred, fear, and jealousy can lead immature people to act unwisely, to fight, or to run, but at least they act. Discouragement, on the other hand, hurts people more than any of these. It causes them to sit down, pity themselves, and take no action. And unfortunately, this frequently happens. Not until we realize that discouragement is often the form of self-pity do we begin to take stock of ourselves and our predicament and decide to act, to do something that will take us out of this unpleasant situation. So the answer to discouragement is intelligent action, and you as a mentor can help them through this process. Then mindset. Many of our trainings have mentioned mindset because it's a very important part of having a successful business. Your mindset is very vital. And as Dan Cattle says, repetition is a mother of skill, so you need to continually hear about mindset. What we think is what we get. What we're focused on is what we get. If we're focused on negative in all our actions, that is what our results will be. Wayne Dyer has a training on intentions. An example of how you can use intention is when you're calling a prospect. What are your intentions on this call? Maybe that the person will answer the telephone, that they will be open to the opportunity, they will be friendly and will want more information. Then when you follow up, they are there and they move along in the process. This scenario is already in your mind before you make the call and will make for a more positive call versus thinking that the person won't answer the phone or you'll get the answering machine, that they won't be open, and that they will say no. You know, you have already mentally judged them, and that's the results you're going to get. I use this frequently, this in visualization, when I'm taking a trip to someplace I have never been and traveling in a way that's unfamiliar. It makes for a very enjoyable trip that goes smoothly and without any issues. Now, Chuck did a great training a short time ago on one of the most powerful internal computers that we have, and that is our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is working for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it never sleeps. So let's put it to work for you, but not against you. The transition of employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset can be assisted in guiding them to different audios, webinars, events, and books to read. Positive people to surround themselves with. You know, this worked for me. I just finished listening recently to Andreas Kapakakis' training on the law of attraction, and he talked about the 5 most important people we surround ourselves with. He shared that if we're not able to find those positive persons in our everyday life, then get on the training sites, especially the first 90 days, and surround yourself with these top trainers, top leaders who do the trainings. Plus, there's many other trainers out there on the internet, like Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, Anthony Robbins, just to name a few of the great leaders that are available. Then self-talk. You know, I've done some trainings on this before, and everybody is guilty of doing self-talk. And most of the time, it's critical about yourself, and it's negative. Again, it goes back to your mindset. If you're constantly telling yourself negative things about you, how can you have a positive mindset and the confidence in yourself? Difficult to believe in yourself if you are constantly telling yourself that you're a dummy, not good enough, clumsy, not articulate, and many other things. I know because these are several of the things I used to say to myself. I wasn't aware of self-talk and how damaging it was till I read a book on self-talk by Chad Helmstetter. So take some time and listen to your inner self-talk. Listen to what you're saying to yourself. When you are focused and aware of what you're saying, you will be shocked. Once you're aware, you can change what you're saying to yourself, and it would take some time because you'll have to focus on it. But it will be well worth the effort, and this will have a very positive effect in all areas of life and how you see yourself and your self-confidence. Affirmations. Now, to me, affirmations go along with self-talk because you're repeating them several times a day, positive things about yourself, using the I am declaration. I am successful. I am a recruiter. I am a great leader. I am excited, and so on. Joe, again, has done a training on this recently and the importance of doing your affirmations as you're looking in a mirror. This gives your subconscious mind the positive statements that will boost your self-confidence and self-esteem. Gratitude. When we express gratitude for what we have, who we are happier, sleep better, have less anxiety and depression. We're friendlier, kinder, higher long-term satisfaction with life, and have a more positive outlook. A new study shows that feeling gratitude makes people less likely to turn aggressive when they're provoked. I find there are so many things during a day to be grateful for. Just taking a second and say, thank you, makes my day go smoother. The more things we're grateful for, the more things we'll be given to be grateful for. Then products. We have available to us top quality products that are proprietary formulated, Nobel Prize formulated by doctors, very marketable products that address beauty, lifestyle, and the wellness products address our cellular health. Now, if you and your family are users of the products, all you have to do is share your experience with the products and the results that you're getting. There are many people who are ill out there and are not being treated due to the high cost of health care and poor coverage with insurance policies. They are unaware of the benefits of our products that give our bodies what it needs to heal and repair itself. You know, the products that we have go right into the cell and treat the issues that are going on in the cell, giving the cell what it needs to heal itself, and the body is its own healer using the master antioxidants. And it's better practice to use preventive health than the long journey of having an illness and trying to attain good health again. Yeah, I personally am a consumer of the majority of the products, and I am excited and thankful to say and to share with you and others that at the age of 78, I am free of any disease at this time, and I give all credit to the products. Now, this could be your story as well. Now, here's some things that may slow down your growth and you're attaining the level of associate with the recognition program. That you're not plugged in to the system. And instead of plugging into the system, you are trying to reinvent the wheel. You're trying to do things your way instead of a system that is proven to produce successful people. Ask yourself, especially if you've been involved in other businesses and were not successful, why are you still using these same methods that are not going to give you success? They haven't worked in the past. Why would they work now? When I came into the business, my history was failure. So in a short time, I asked someone who was successful to mentor me, which led to a lot of changes for me that led me to success, thanks to Joe Garcia. If I had not made those changes, I would probably be that person that Andrea speaks so many times about, that is just going from business to business, not realizing that no matter what business you get involved in, even if it's a good business, if you do not make those personal changes and plug into the system, you will continue to fail. Get grounded and lit in the business and do the daily basics. Otherwise, you will waste a lot of your time on overactivity that is non-productive. If you're not grounded and rooted, when faced with adversity, you will immediately consider quitting versus staying and use those adversities to your advantage. And not having a mentor. You know, I've already shared and talked about mentorship and how strong I feel that this is a very serious part of your growth in your business. And if you're serious about your business, then get you a mentor, someone who is successful, not someone who just does the talk and not the walk. There are many of those types on the internet who are just interested in selling their products and their CDs and their audios. So beware of them. Find a credible person. Find a person in NHT Global. There's many, many people in there who are successful, who are open and willing to be your mentor. Just call them and ask them. Then not attending events. If you don't attend the events, how will you learn about our company or keep up with the current news about our company? We have experienced some great, phenomenal growth in the last couple of years, and you need to know about them. So you can be sharing this news with others, that you can be sharing it with other people so that you're involving more people in the business. And this will help your business grow. This will help you to attain the associate level. And did you see the great event regarding the NASDAQ that happened the other day, that we were invited and honored to be a part of the closing bell? You know, if you have not been, if you weren't able to see it, there is a video on it. You know, either check Joe Garcia's site, Andreas Papakakis' site, my site, and Delabar's site. There is that video. Just do a search on it, and you can see that video. And it is exciting. And if you're not sharing the business or the products, you know, this is a no-brainer. If you don't share about the business and the products, you're not going to succeed. That's what the business is about. Not open to learning new things. If you're stuck in doing the business that way you've always done, which I've mentioned already, you're not willing to plug into the system. Has your way been successful? No. Then why would you continue to use it instead of a system that has been proven time and time again to be successful, with 50 millionaires as proof, and the phenomenal growth that we have? Are you a millionaire? Sorry for being so blunt, but I'm unable to say it any kinder. I speak from personal experience in doing it my way. I did it many times and didn't become successful. That is why, in a short time after I signed up with NHT Global, I asked Joe Garcia to coach, mentor, and train me. I knew I had to change some things because what I was doing wasn't working. So if you're stuck with doing it your way, Stop and evaluate your results, and then make the necessary changes to get plugged into the system. Stop wasting your time. Been listening to dream stealers. You know, this is sort of an insidious thing, and it all of a sudden happens to us. And dream stealers are everywhere. Even when you have success, they continue to plague you. And the sad thing is that many times it's from your family, your loved ones, and your friends that you just knew. You were so sure that they would support you. And it's very disappointing. And many times these persons do not know the facts about your company and the industry. They're just repeating things someone else has told them. The best advice I have for you with these persons is to spend less time with them. Change your friends. Associate with positive persons. Like I mentioned, you know, get on the trainings and associate with those top trainers and leaders, and also top leaders out in the industry. Also, if I'm thinking about the things that they have told you about what you're doing, that they are not informed, they don't know, they are not educated, and sadly they're not open to you educating them about the industry as well. So they're not credible. So don't listen to them, and like I say, spend lesser time with them. So now I want to do some conclusions and review some of the NHT fast facts for you to let you know what a powerful company that you're associated with and how you can take advantage of the many things that have been happening with NHT Global. You know, we're rated by Fortune magazine as the second fastest growing publicly traded company in the world. NHT Global beats Facebook, Apple, and Google. That's pretty amazing right there. That we, less than 10 years ago, the company was trading at less than a dime. Today, over $40. Yesterday, I checked, and it was $42. We're a 15-year-old company. The first year sales with our allure was only $20 million, was a huge $20 million. And today, the run rate at over $300 million. We're in the top 100 companies in our industry worldwide by direct sales news. We have been honored, as I mentioned, in the closing bell and the NASDAQ ceremony. Wow. Less than 10 years ago, company's market cap was less than 10 million. Today, over 300 million. We have Nobel Prize winning research products, shipping products in over 50 countries. We have done over $2 million in sales. We have over 50 people that have made $100,000 per year. Our top check has been $176,000 a week. We have new products that are going to be introduced that will change the world, and the big money hasn't been made yet. So you can be one of our next millionaires. You and I are part of an amazing, phenomenal company. So get plugged in and attain that associate level and start moving your distributors in that associate level of our recognition program before 2016, and then be able to start in 2016 on the next levels to attain your global ambassadorship. So here I would like to share my story. Being I referred to it several times, I would like to give you the complete story, and there may be some of you out there that have heard it in the past, but there may be some of you who have not heard my story. And my story began at the time of my retirement. I'm a registered nurse, and I retired after 45 plus years in the operating room. And folks, I was shocked and surprised at my retirement fund. It was not what I had expected. It had been downsized due to the stock market and the current economy. Well, I decided to take a look on the internet to see if I could change my situation. And you know, it's a jungle out there. It's very confusing. I got involved in several different companies without success. I then signed up with NHT Global, and several weeks later, I asked Joe Garcia if he would coach, mentor, and train me. Joe agreed. So he took a look at what I'd been doing, identified that I had an employee's mindset and needed to change that to an entrepreneur. I did not have a business background. I needed to improve a lot of my communication and people skills. I needed to improve personally in a lot of areas. And Joe guided me in what books to read, audios to listen to, webinars to be on, type of people to surround myself with. And I really got to work on myself. We kept in close contact, talking every day, and in 4.5 years, I was able to earn a check for $13,000 for 1 week, followed in 3 weeks with a check for $17,600 for 1 week. I like to share that retirement check that I was so disappointed in that I was getting was only $13,700 spread over a year. In 4.5 years, I was able to earn more in a week than my retirement check that I worked for over 45 years for. And that's when I want to say to people that, if you're just starting out in this business, you're continuing to have your job, great. But don't expect that job to give you the retirement that you are looking for. Depend on your business, work it part-time if you need to, full-time, and it very possibly will replace your current income, so then you can go full-time. So my wish is that you have benefited from my presentation today, and with that, this is Frances Maxwell signing off.